Hello, everyone. Welcome to our final show match of the day. We got the Titan people up in here. We got all of the 2Ks, all of the best players in the league. I'm joined here by Magma today. How's it going today?
Fishy. I'm really excited to watch some of Nemesis' top players really battle it out and see who comes on top.
Yeah, these are the top players in all of Nemesis. As I said, Titan is the top league. And we have Brandon, we have Caden, and we have Reveal on one team. And we have four L's and Dylan on the other. And just before this match gets underway, do you have any particular person to look out for or any predictions?
I think for the most part we're gonna need to watch Four and Brandon. I think almost anyone in Nemesis will tell you that Four and Brandon are definitely the two best players in the league, and I think whichever one of them can play more consistent and get more support will be the player to come out as the MVP and come out on top.
Yeah, they have been consistent and they've also both won a lot throughout this Titan league over the years. And as we'll look to get this one underway here, you have any predictions for the series, how this one will turn out?
Or you cut out. Can you repeat that?
You have any predictions for this series here?
I think I'm gonna have to go with Brandon, Caden, and Reveal. Honestly, I feel like they just Reveal and Brandon on the same team. I know the other team has four Dylan, but I feel like Caden can just support Brandon and Reveal a little bit better than Els might be able to support Fours and Dylan.
Yeah, well, as long as it's not a sweep like last series, I think I'll be happy. Just we need the content on this Nemesis stream. Let's just hope for at
Yeah,
least a
for
game
sure.
four.
Honestly, I think we might be in for a really good 5 game series.
Yeah, you would hope to see it here. And both very high pressure teams as well, so it should be interesting. Neither team really looking to sit back on defense and just soak up the pressure, so it should really be wide open in this one.
Yeah, this is going to be some really top level gameplay. I just dipped into Titan, and honestly, it's terrifying knowing that I'm even the bottom of the league with these guys because these guys are the real deal.
We'll get this one underway here. As Brandon now in his own half. He drops it down to Reveal. Now Dylan over to 4 looking for the shot. And Dylan looking for it, but saved away. And Els looking up on the backboard. But Orange holds on so far here. It's now Dylan. He tries to put it back in the midfield. But Brandon now. No one in the midfield for that pass. Forward gets bumped off the ball here, but Els is there to take it in. It's now Brandon. Flicks it over 1. Looking for a bump, but 4's there. Reveal. Only as far as Els. 4 looking for the shot, but he couldn't quite find it. It's a misplay from Caden here. And Reveal, he has to get a touch now. 50 from Dylan. And Brandon, he gets the clear away. And it's been quite back and forth here in this opening minute or so, Magma.
We're seeing a lot of infield passes already, really good clears, and everyone's just finding the touches they want, except for a few slight misses. But this is really already high level gameplay. No one's making many mistakes. Both teams feeling each other out. We're definitely in for a good series.
And with the caliber of these players, you definitely wouldn't expect many mistakes to come out. So now Brandon, he puts it high. And Caden couldn't quite 50 Dylan there. Now Els, he has a bit of space. Let's see what he can do. Reveal gets a 50, but Dylan with a great clear. Almost over the entire defense there. Now 4. He's looking for a double now. Couldn't quite get to it, and Els just on the backboard. Dylan. That's a good clear from Reveal. But none of his teammates there to capitalize on it. Now a bit of an open net, but Caden back in time just to save 4's shots. And Seems like this one's starting to open up. What's causing that, would you say, Magma?
I'd say it's mostly just the extended pressure that the blue team has. It seems like for the most part, blue team has better control over the midfield boost and just over the ball. Like we're finally seeing orange team on the blue side's half for a little while, and it's gonna result in going to the back post. Brandon just notices nobody's really at that back post and just slips it in onto the mostly open net.
Yeah, and there was a bit of panic right on that front post from the blue team for Dylan Els, as all three players all clumped up right there. And as soon as it came out, Brandon had an open shot for how good he is.
Yeah, I mean, anyone can really score those open nets. So a player like Brandon, you can't give him those shots.
And Ford barely tipped that one onto his post there. That was really close from him. Now reveal. Couldn't get that ball. He has to get the save now. And Els, he puts it home from Ford's pass.
Yeah, that was just all around really good pressure. They just kept hitting the ball off the corners and the back wall until the orange team's defense just gave out and Els was able to score on open space in the net.
And that really seemed like the first mistake from BKR in this one. And Field, they managed to capitalize on it and make it a tied game here. Now he gets it over a defender now. It's an awkward touch from Caden. Els dropping down. Good clear from Brandon. As Caden plays it into his corner. Now Dylan keeps it in that orange corner. The ball stayed in there for quite a while now. Ford puts it high. Now Dylan, he pangs that one. Caden can't get the touch. And just couldn't get the shot behind Reveal there. He had good positioning in that net to get the save. Now Brandon, he's looking for a double, and they're all over that backboard, not letting Brandon get that, knowing how good he is. Now Dylan gets a 50 on Brandon. Els, that touch goes to Caden, actually. Kind of awkward from him. With just a minute left, who do you think can win this one, Magma?
I mean, it's very back and forth, but I feel like every time I'm about to say that, it feels like the blue team's getting a lot of the pressure that orange team breaks into the blue half. But for the most part, we're seeing a very equal game. But I'm still gonna have to say I think the blue team has better control over this game all around.
Yeah, blue team, they've had a ton of control, but orange have been able to create opportunities out of nothing, as we saw with that goal. Let's see how it ends with this 30 seconds now. Before he plays it high. Els looking for a touch on Brandon. That was close. Brandon needed to get that touch into his own corner. It's now Reveal. He puts it high. Looking for another on the corner. Couldn't find it, and Brandon just there in time as Els was there for the shot. Dylan, he puts that into the corner. Just looking to keep it in the other half as the clock winds down. He's up there looking for a dunk. And that one will just hit the ground as Blue was really trying to force that one in right at the end there.
Yeah, we're already game one and we have an overtime. This is definitely a close series. These teams really well balanced, and there's just no way to predict how this is going to go.
Yeah, we'll just have to wait and see. Is now Els. He gets the touch over Reveal. He drops down. Almost a double commit from the defenders, but no one there to capitalize. Dylan beats two. And again, no one there. It seems they've been a little too timid so far. Els, he keeps it high. Beats one. Dylan pops it high, and has time now. Looking for a double, but he ran out of boost. He can't get another touch. And finally, they get it away. And
wait a second! Alone goaled it! Oh my, we see Els push up, and he thinks his team has a little bit more control than they did, pushes up a little too far, and the ball just kind of gets popped over him, and he ends up doinking it into his own net.
And they seem so in control of that series from about a minute left before overtime up to just that one last 50. But when you play that high pressure style, that's what you can bite you.
Yeah, I mean, they're going for a very high-pressure style, but it seems like the moments when they needed to keep that pressure up the most, they kind of backed off the ball. we saw a lot of passes to the midfield, and really, not many of those really good passes were taken advantage of. Especially that one pass from Dylan. The ball was just right in the middle of the net, kind of bouncing. Only one defender, and the defender was really awkward, and just no one was there to take the pass. And the result ended up going to the other team.
Yeah, it seems like they're playing aggressive in the midfield, but kind of backing off on offense, would you say? It's now look to get game 2 underway. I don't know what could top that one with just an unfortunate own goal from Els at the end of overtime.
Yeah. I mean, if that series in general tells us anything, we're gonna be here for 5 games, and hopefully all 5 of those games are as close as possible.
Yeah, well, we can only hope now. Is Dylan here? Can't get it past Brandon though. It's now good save out on Reveal's shot. Els couldn't get the touch, and Caden gets a good dunk to keep it in Blue's half. Reveal gets a dunk. Brandon for the shot. A good pump from Reveal, but it couldn't go in. It's Dylan. Actually, Els takes it away from the defender and gets a dunk too, looking for a bump. Els almost set up that play on his own. That was a really good opportunity made from him. It's awkward in the corner now. Els beats 2 defenders. That's a double commit now. And 4, he takes the boost. That'll keep the pressure up, but no goal yet. Dylan off the backboard. And Brandon, he beats Els. We've seen that before turn calamitous, but this time it doesn't, as Dylan's there to back him up.
Yeah,
Dylan
seeing a lot of pressure from the blue team, and I feel like they're just not getting anywhere with this pressure. They're starving the orange team, choking them out on boost, and there's just really no actual threatening shots being taken.
Yeah, actually, orange team has the only shot of this game so far, but Els, Dylan, and 4 definitely have had most of the pressure. There's their shot now as Brandon got a save from that one. And now Reveal 2-on-2 here, flicks it high. Caden couldn't beat Els though. So now it's coming down the other way, 4. He flicks it over 1 and Reveal's there for the save. Dylan looking for a pass, and again Reveal's there for the block away. And Reveal's just holding on defense for the BKR now. When Dylan couldn't get the shot, there were 3 goalies in net, and he almost made that one go in. Dylan and Els both up. They don't get a good touch on it. Now BKR, they have a chance to get it out of their half. Relieve the pressure for the time being. But Dylan sends it right back down the other way. And what do BKR really have to do you think, to get it out of their half and get some pressure of their own?
Well, I think they need to start off with just playing a little bit closer to the ball. They're kind of just lobbing it into the blue half, giving it back to them. And once they are able to kind of get the ball into the blue team's half and keep possession a little bit more, they need to start taking control over those mid boosts and just slowly start choking the blue team out of boost until they can force a mistake and capitalize on it.
Yeah, definitely slowing a pace wouldn't hurt now. As Dylan gets the shot in, it's a bit of an awkward backboard read, missed, and he manages to put it home.
Yeah, I mean, I think this was just a goal waiting to happen. We've been seeing blue team on, with just offensive pressure for almost this entire game, so eventually that orange team is going to have to crack and something's going to have to go wrong. They're going to get scored on if they can't alleviate any of that pressure.
And you talked about that boost control as Reveal, just only 20 boost to try and get a backboard read. That's very difficult for anyone with even 100, so you take that out of the equation, it's almost impossible. It's Brandon, he gets a double. That one's just wide, but a bit of a scare there. First real attempt from BKR, I would say.
Yeah, it really was.
Now, Field just keeping it in their corner. Dylan, no boost here. Just trying to stay behind the ball and get some pressure back. It's an awkward touch from 4 as Brandon's up so early to meet that challenge. Now Dylan in the corner. See what he can do. Pops it over one and reveals there for a good clear. It seems like he's always been in the right place except for that one goal he gave up. Now Caden. Only as far as L's. It's kind of awkward on that wall, but it pops out, and BKR have a good opportunity here, 2-on-2. Oh, Brandon looking for the back post, and it just stays wide. That one almost better than that first opportunity from BKR. They're trying to get their own pressure now, and it's almost finding its way in, but not quite. Dylan got a back pass to Els. And 4 looking for a shot from the corner. How did he get that angle? Dylan saved away by Caden, but a bit of a triple commit. I'll keep the pressure on for Field here. But a good clear. Pass out to Caden.
Oh, what a pass.
Almost found its way off the backboard in a double tap. It's now Dylan. He just needs to stall for 10 seconds. But it's so hard against the defense of this BKR team. They get it clear, looking for one last opportunity. What a demo from Els. That's a great demo from him to close this one out. As BKR, they seem to have all the momentum there at the end.
Yeah, BKR started to claw back into the game with momentum and started to get a little bit of pressure, but it was just too late. They were on defense for 4 of the 5 minutes of the game, so really, if you try to only play offense for a minute of the game, you're not going to be able to score, really have as many opportunities as a team that was just shutting you down on, and just not letting you play offense for 4 minutes. And, I mean, they got closer, but for the most part, Field is just overall outplaying them right now.
And I'd even say the quality opportunities from BKR, they're generally higher. We saw him hit the post a couple of times, but just not enough shots on net to really get a goal, tie that one up.
I feel like we're seeing a lot of more solo plays, and I feel like we're just seeing a lot more advanced plays coming from Field than we are from the Orange team, because Field, they're finding each other on defense and offense, while the Orange team are kind of just trying to clear the ball most of the game.
And that one off kickoff, BKR are really pushing for it. All 3 players in the box, and they're going to keep it in here. Just pinched away, but they're bringing on the pressure. A great clear from Dylan, though, beating one. And leaves the defense. They're in an awkward spot. Pass out to Els, and he gets it home. And BKR, they had the pressure there for 30 seconds, but it's just cleared away from Field, and they have a goal.
Yeah, we saw Brandon. He tried to keep the ball kind of close to him, and the blue team instantly realized that how Brandon was running out of boost and really wasn't in a position to clear it, so they pressured, and no one was in net or in a good place to defend that shot from Els.
And I'd really just like to highlight these clears from Dylan so far. He's been putting them in an awkward spot as Caden hits the post there. And Dylan, he flicks over one with no boost. Now, awkward in midfield from BKR. Now 4, looking for a pass down to Els. Gets a 50, but it'll go in the corner. Brandon up to Caden, he's staying behind this one. Let's see what he can do. And 4, staying disciplined and gets the save and the clear. It's a great defensive effort from him as Caden looking for a bump or something there. Caden, he plays it high forward. That's off his own bar. Risky play from him. It's now reveal. He plays that one down and 4 will get the clear. And it seems like Field, they're the ones hanging on here. And they're the ones getting the quality opportunities, but they're giving away the quantity to BKR.
Yeah, BKR finally kind of doing, and they're starting to take a little bit more control of the midfield and just locking Field into their own half. And if they keep doing this, Field is going to have to crack eventually, or at least you would think they might.
Well, you never know with how good these players are. Maybe they'll never crack. Now a double commit there, that certainly won't help. 4, he's looking for another touch here. Now Els, he plays it around the corner. Gets a 50 out. 4, he's looking for a high double, but good positioning from Caden to get a great clear downfield. Reveal almost got a shot off of that. That's how good the clear was. Brandon, he couldn't find that touch, though. Now 4, he pinches it away. All 3 players ball side from orange here. 4, he has an open shot, but not fast enough.
Saved by Caden.
Back from the corner.
Wow, he came out of nowhere to save that shot, and that's a really big save to keep them close in this game.
I thought that net was wide open. You could not see Caden on that camera angle. He got back just in time. Let's see, because that would have put them 2 goals down, and that's very hard to climb back from. And they still have a chance in this one. Now Caden trying to back pass, but 4 jumps it. Gets a bump too. Dylan couldn't play it behind them though. 4. That's high on the backboard. No one up
Dangerous.
for it. There's no shot though. Where was the follow-up from Field there? He had great backboard touch, and now that one will go in. A long shot from Reveal on the counterattack.
I mean, that's just classic punishing a mistake. I mean, you saw Dylan all the way in his own back right corner when the ball was just bouncing in front of the orange team net. In that situation, he really should be picking up the small pads and getting boost and turning at the midfield, but instead they gave him all their pressure, and that resulted in orange team just being able to sneak a goal right into the net.
Yeah, it seems like Field were trying to play a bit too safe there, but only a 1-goal lead. That can go away in seconds, as it just did. 4 gets a dunk on the backboard. Oh, and it bops over Dylan. And they try and pinch it, Brandon and Caden, but Els is right there for the save. A demo in the midfield from Brandon. That'll open up the space. Pass over Dylan. No, he gets the touch. What a great play from him in essentially a 3-on-1. Now Brandon, he plays to the corner. Dylan, awkward touch up to Caden, but he wasn't expecting that fast of a pass from Brandon. Now it's going the other way. Dylan for the shot, but it's saved away by Reveal. And now Brandon, he has an opportunity, and it's just back and forth right now.
Yeah, and this is really intense gameplay. That, like, this reminds me of some of the best, most high-level matches I've watched, and it really can't get much better than this. We have 6 of the best players in Nemesis really going head-to-head, and this definitely is the results of that.
And most of the plays here are being made, and not mistakes to be capitalized on for the goals. That's what you like to see coming out from the high-level players. Now Reveal, he just takes a pot shot. That one almost finds its way in as no one was ready for it. Brandon drops it to Caden, but 2 players managed to get the clear here. Field, they managed to hold out from that one, but they almost managed to throw away a midfield shot to end this one.
Yeah, I mean, we're going back to overtime for Game 3. It's definitely one of the closest series I've ever watched, even. We're just constantly seeing teams fight over the midfield control and really no mistakes. Like, even there, look at that pass, just the slightest passes to make sure they're getting the best touches on the ball.
And I'd like to especially highlight, all of these have been very low-scoring games. We've seen 2-1, 1-0, and now 2-1 when this one ends. Almost a shot from 4. That one just hit the post. Now Dylan looking for an infield pass to 4. He puts it high. Oh, and it's off the post. They're just hanging on here before he puts it back in. Won't let them get any rest. Brandon, he misses with a double. Els high, looking for a bump. But no shot from Dylan, just a bit wide. Oh, and Dylan bumped Els off there. Before, he'll manage to keep it in regardless. How is Field keeping up all this pressure?
We're seeing these boost steals in the corners, and it's crazy. In that demo, this might be dangerous.
These demos, they're opening up so much space that they already have with the pressure. Before there, couldn't get the touch, and now it's high on the backboard. That'll give BKR time to reset finally after a minute and a half.
Wow, I'm shocked that they were able to hang on. They just withstood shot after shot for a minute and a half, and they're finally getting a little offense.
It seems like nothing more Field could do as they look for an infield pass. Pre-flip off the backboard. Dylan, he couldn't get the shot though. It seems like they might just have to go more direct with these, just get shots on target rather than playing these passes. So now that's in the blue corner again. 4 gets a high clear. That's over Brandon. I'll leave Caden to take control of it here. 4 wins the 50. Els for the shot. But he fakes out reveal and keeps control instead. Gets a dunk too. That's great work from Els, keeping the pressure all alone on offense. 4 flicks it high. Brandon. Els, that's not the best touch, but Dylan will be there to get it to the corner. 4, he 50s that away. It's over Caden. Reveals alone at the back. He pops it over 1. It looked like... Oh, and that one, it might drop in. Dylan gets the touch.
Wow.
And 4, he got back just in time to save Dylan from such an awkward spot there.
This might be a really good chance for offense now for Field. They are now just have the ball back on the orange side's half, and it seems like they have more boost than the orange team does.
There have been 21 shots in this game and only 2 goals. Just a testament to how well these two teams have been defending. Brandon, he plays that one high, though, and a great touch from 4. Getting away to midfield, but now reveal. He plays that high. Dylan down to Els. Passing out of the back here from Field. Caden, he puts it high. Passes out again, but reveal. Couldn't get up in time. Now Brandon, he's keeping this one in. Looking for a flip reset. Staying behind it. Beats 1 and couldn't get the dunk. That's dangerous from Brandon, though, and they're going to have to shut that down going forward.
Big 50.
Ooh, and Caden there, he was lurking to try and dunk out 4, but couldn't quite reach it. I like that playstyle, though, of leaving someone up to pass to. Oh, and Dylan, he pops that one away. And Dylan gets a 50. Reveals looking to take this one out. Gets a 50 off the back wall. Dylan just flicks it high, but here's a shot from Brandon coming. Tries to place it back post, but 3 goalies in net. They'll manage to get that away easily. 4 backboard. Reveal, he's up so early to meet that one, though. And both these teams, they just have the backboard under wraps, it seems.
Yeah, both teams playing really defensive and just like making sure they do not mess up. Oh, the demo that! But there's not going to be a shot.
And all 3 players up from BKR there, and the goalie demoed in net, but just no attempt made at the ball from Field. No one wants to give up a goal to lose in a 5-minute OT. I don't blame him. It's now reveal. Beats 2 out of his own corner, looking for a flick. Caden on top of him, though. Now they'll give 4 a chance. Off the ceiling. But reveals back to save it. And Dylan here, trying to play it, but Brandon, a huge clear. 4 to meet it early, but only back to Brandon. Looking for a pass to Caden, and it's off the post. And reveal couldn't get it, now it's down the other end. Brandon needs that touch, and he makes it. But off the post once again from BKR, they just can't score.
Wow, it's just who will crack first. No team is willing to budge. Both teams, well, just when you think they're about to get scored on or score, something happens and they just make miracle saves. Oh, wait!
Almost finding its way in from midfield as Coley's scrambling to make it back. The demos here are ramping up as we see Els get one on Caden. And another one from Dylan at the back. The net's open. Brandon, he just gets a stalling touch.
4?
The shot from 4. Dylan!
Oh! Yeah, that's crazy.
11 minutes of a game. And finally, the defense cracks from BKR.
Wow! We just watched 11 minutes of pure high-level Rocket League. Neither team willing to make a single mistake, and finally, FLD or Field, they're able to just throw some shots at the backboard and force a mistake, and force just so much pressure that BKR just couldn't keep up, and they're finally able to score after 11 minutes.
And that took the perfect coordinated attack from Field there as they take out 2 demos with 2 of the players. The other one gets a shot on net to put the one remaining player on the field in an awkward spot. Just a perfectly timed attack from Field. And once again, there are 12 shots from Field and 2 goals, and there are 15 from BKR, and they only have 1 to show for it.
Wow. I mean, we just saw so much midfield control from both teams throughout the match. Both teams took turns just really taking over the midfield and pressuring the other team on defense, and then eventually the other team would get one big clear or one big play from somebody, and they would just keep flip-flopping until finally Field was able to take advantage of one of their opportunities.
And this game is so exciting in those quick counterattacks, like you said. Whenever someone can get a clear over a defender, it just creates opportunities at the other end.
And we can only hope for just as good of a match this time around as we see Reveal already slip a shot in. That's just as many goals as they scored in 11 minutes and 6 seconds.
And it looks like a bit of a mistake on defense from Field, a rare mistake at that, as all 3 players were able to get that touch, but they left it to one person and just couldn't find it in an awkward spot. And that's all it takes to get a goal here, and as we've seen, a goal can mean a game win. Now Els, he keeps the pressure on. Dylan gets a 50, and Reveal, he does a good job staying behind it and pinch. Is that in? Oh my goodness, 4 gets that save. That was headed for the top corner all the way from his net. Now Dylan, he's up high. 4 got a demo in the defender, but he's out of boost. 4 spawn kills the other guy. Now it's up in the net. And Caden, he's back just in time. I don't know if he spawned to get that save, but he's back in the nick of time like always. Now 4... it's looking to get a goal here. They've not been pushing hard enough, it seems, as this defense is just barely holding on, barely getting those touches and those clears, but now it's going to stay in that corner.
This is definitely crazy gameplay and exceptional defense from both teams, aside from that one mistake already this game. I mean, we're just seeing save after save. Look at that.
And Els, it looks like he baits them out going for the double tap and just leaves it for 4 at the back. It looked like Reveal was going for that squishy save, expecting Els to get a double, but 4, he's there, and that's great communication from them to leave it for each other.
Yeah, I mean, you have to love when high-level players are on the same wavelength and they know exactly what to do and when to do it. Like, you don't see every day teams have that good of communication. These guys are just playing together for possibly the first time.
For the 3rd time now, we have a 1-1 scoreline. Let's see. Maybe this one will go into OT just like the last 2. But now 4 gets a demo and a beat in midfield. Els plays it high. That'll be an awkward touch, but Reveal's there to make it. Now Dylan, he plays it high, looking for a shot. And Reveal just there for the clear. I don't know if Dylan was for the double there. LZ plays it high. A great touch from Caden down to Brandon. And just like that, it's 2-1 BKR.
Yeah, this is the quick counterattacks that I think we were looking for to see from really both teams. Like, infield passes like that or out to Brandon, and then Brandon just shooting on the open net. That's just really good awareness and I would assume communication from his teammates.
And Caden, that pass off the backboard was insane as he delayed the touch intentionally to get that more mid where Brandon could shoot it. So now Brandon's up here. That one will bounce back. L's up for the shot, but Caden's up in time. Now Reveal. Keeping it in his own corner. Bit of a double commit and a bump from Els. Oh. Dylan couldn't find the angle though. That one looked open to me. I don't know about you, Magma.
I mean, I think Ford didn't expect for that to happen because he was, at the time of that happening, he was, I think, grabbing small pads to get boost to continue the offense.
And they'll need a goal here if they want to tie this one up. As Pori plays it off the backboard. Shot from Els! He'll drop it home. The backboard play from Field has been nuts.
Yeah, you can see Reveal bit on the double from 4, I think, and then Brandon just, I think he struggled to read who exactly was touching the ball, and Ellis was able to just shoot on the mostly open net.
And the speed from field, they managed to beat individually every one of that BKR team. They managed to find its way in as a result. Let's see if they can keep that up here. Reveal, he gets a clear out. Els, he'll drop that down. Awkward touch from Reveal and a bump from Els. That'll give 4 space. Taps it back to Dylan. He's up for it.
Dylan?
Plays it high. And Reveal,
speed.
always there for the clear. Great word from him.
Yeah, we're definitely seeing defensive showing, I feel like, especially from Reveal, where I feel like he's just everywhere on the ball. And he's just always there whenever they need him to clear the ball. And speaking of Reveal, he's able to take on all 3 defenders with Caden.
And that's just awkward from both ends. There's Brandon and Caden look like they double committed to get it on the backboard. Was that an own goal from Els? I can't even tell.
I mean, I think Reveal kind of made him do that, but technically speaking, that is L's second own goal of the series.
That'd be such a sad way to go here. They are up 2-1, but to be sent to a Game 5 with an L's own goal of 4, he's looking for a shot, and Dylan was up for that one. Caden, he has space now. Before he gets a touch. Caden, he looked for the bump there. That would have been a good idea, but couldn't quite find it. Dylan up to 4, looking for the pre-flip. Just missed it, though. Now Dylan from his own corner.
Oh, Brandon?
Almost there for the punishing goal. And what do you think? Oh my goodness, that pink almost goes in.
Wow.
What do you think Field has to do to find a goal against this outstanding BKR defense?
I think they just need to start with just pressuring the backboard and forcing and playing the ball high to really force BKR to use all their boost and hopefully force one of them to mess up because of their lack of boost. If they have 100 boost in their tanks, they are not gonna mess up.
All 3 players ahead of the ball from Field, but BKR couldn't find the clear. They'll keep it in. The bump from 4. He's still on the ball. He flicks it. Oh, and that clear. It's down to Reveal. He keeps it up, though. There's still a chance. 4, and that one will hit the ground. And we are going to a Game 5.
Wow. I mean, we called in the first game. You saw that first game go to overtime. You just knew this was going to be one of the best series that we may have ever had in Nemesis, especially compared to all the show matches. It's really that both teams played really well. They played a little sloppier, I feel like, that this game than they did last. But I think that's just because both teams are playing with a lot more pressure, and they're definitely picking up the speed a lot more.
And you mentioned Reveal in that final minute there. He had 5 saves and 2 goals for that BKR roster. He seems to always be in the right spot right now and keeps punishing for mistakes.
I mean, I think my highlight from that game was definitely that pass from, I believe it was Reveal over to, or was it Caden who passed it to Brandon, and Brandon just slotted it on the open net. That was such a good just play and awareness in general, and you don't see those in any lobbies lower than really 1800 plus.
And what also made that play so great is they were on defense for about a minute there. They're constantly looking for a way out, and when they finally get an opportunity like that, they pounced on it and found a goal in just 2 seconds.
Yeah, and I think that's what separates these players from the rest of the crowd, really, in Rocket League. I mean, all these players are good enough where, like, they can take on some of the best, and these guys really, statistically speaking, are some of the best in the game, and that's why is they're able to always look for that next offensive opportunity, even when they're being pressured on defense.
We've seen many of these people crack even the top 100 leaderboards for Standard. That's definitely showing with their quality of play in this one. And also, I'd like to point out, these people, they don't play on the same teams, and they're still working around each other so well. That's amazing to me.
Yeah, I mean, well, one scary thing is, as Bubbles actually mentioned in the chat, that Brandon and Reveal, they're both on the Dragons. That's terrifying for other rival teams.
That definitely is. Now that one's high. L's looking for a touch. Couldn't find it, though. Once again, reveal might have been there to get the block. And some demos traded in midfield. I'll leave 4 and Dylan. They're both on the backboard, though. I don't think they could have gotten a shot off. Caden, he beats him. Backboard's open. And reveal, no, it's saved by 4 on the goal line. And 4, he gets a clear out. And Els, he's up for this one. Gets another save. BKR trying to pass it out to the midfield. But they're getting all these passing plays, but just saved away at the last possible second by 4 there.
Oh, what a just good clear and save by Caden.
Yeah, he's done great on those clears at fighting teammates and just beating players in general. That's what you have to do to really relieve the pressure. Now he's in the corner here. Now 4. Can't get there, and that'll leave reveal. Gets a free shot, and Els, he pops it up so high. 4, he's looking for Dylan. Couldn't get the read. Looks for it again. 4, he hits the post. Dylan looks like
he's a little space there.
Yeah.
Wow. We're already going back to that much more, I feel like, intense defensive-sided game that we saw in Game 3. And but as we see a mistake.
And it seems like Field, they're definitely going for that more passing style as BKR's tends to go for the solo plays. That dunk almost finds its way in, though. Now it's an open net, but Caden, he's there for the clear as both his teammates got baited.
Yeah, I mean, this first goal is really intense. Whoever scores this first goal might as well, or could very well win the series, because as we saw, really one goal can win it all.
That bump from Dylan almost opened up the entire defense. Now L's going for a flip reset, but blocked away. And Brandon will get the clear. 4, he has to be careful here. His last back for the time being. But L's, he rotates well to front post to get the clear. Now Dylan misses that, but it'll leave 4 with it. Plays it high. Reveal can't find the touch. It's high on the backboard. 4 pops it out, beats 2. L's just got bumped by Brandon, it seemed there. Brandon coming all the way from the midfield to get that defensive play.
Yeah, I mean, he recognized that his team was not in a position to make a good save on the potential shot Els had, and he managed to come out of nowhere to bump Els.
That's the kind of awareness you need to be at his level of skill and to win these Game 5s. Now Reveal going for a double. There are a couple of demos, and then it's wide open for Caden off the backboard.
That was a really good adjustment by Reveal. He wanted to go for the double, I'm sure, but he recognized he wasn't getting it, so he just made sure he got a good pass to the mid for Caden to just put it away on the open net because of Brandon's amazing demos.
And Brandon with a double demo there. We talked about him getting that defensive play, and he just opens up the defense all on his own. Lets his teammates do the rest. Now Field, they need a goal here. They're going to have to push for it. Do you think they're going to have to play more direct or just keep passing like they have been?
BKR are definitely finding those passes and intercepting them really well. I think that Field might have to change it up, really try to disguise those passes a little bit more and just execute them a little bit faster just to catch BKR off guard, or maybe just catch them by surprise with some different types of plays, maybe like try to style for, like, who knows.
And it's hard to ask for perfection, but that's what they're going to need to beat this defense here. With 40 seconds left, they need to find a goal. It's win or go home. Now Dylan gets it to Els. Els pops it high, but Caden's there to meet him. Now 4, he has full boost in time. Plays it off the backboard. No read. But no shot either. Now Dylan, he's looking for a dunk. 2 up front defense. Now Caden, he gets it up to Brandon. He has a shot, but 4's there. Els. That one's high into the side. And BKR's alright with that. As much time off the clock as possible.
Could be dangerous.
Dylan now almost got it under Reveal, but he's always there. Now 9 seconds left. Dylan,
you're gonna score, it's right here.
It's down.
It's mid!
In the middle.
Oh my!
Els, it's in the corner. They have to keep this up now.
Oh, it's
And it's
dropping!
dropped down. And BKR,
Wow.
they went 1-0 down in the series, and they come back to win this one in Game 5.
You cannot stress it enough. One goal wins the games in these lobbies. This was one of the best, if not top 3 series ever in Nemesis. Just how great both teams played. I think we could have counted the amount of mistakes on our fingers, like, opposed to any even normal Titan match. It's pretty riddled with mistakes, but these guys, they're definitely cut above the rest. This is top tier gameplay. I really hope to see some of these guys perform really well on Titan.
Yeah, you absolutely love to see those, and especially with how close that series was. It really could have been just a goal sneaking through, but like you said, no mistakes there, and that one will manage to go to Game 5 OT, and Brandon, Caden, and Reveal will take that one, take the show match here, and what a series from them.